As sweltering as the weather has been in Chicago, nothing can compare to the heat of a pennant race, and nothing like being thrown into the fire like Alejandro Diaz. His two-run homer was all our Sox needed to take 2 or 3 from the Tigers. Now the Sox hope to stay hot with 7 straight against the American League's top 2 teams. The good guys swept the Red Sox in Boston 2 months ago. Can the Sox stay cool and turn up the heat? On the American League leaders, it's white versus red next on Comcast Sportsnet. From the city beautiful Chicago, Illinois, Comcast Sportsnet presents White Sox baseball as Paul Konerko, Adam Dunn, Gavin Floyd and the Sox as they get set to butt heads with Dustin Pedroia, David Ortiz, Jacoby Ellsbury, and the red-hot Boston Red Sox. Hi, everybody, and welcome. With Mike Huff, who's sitting in for Steve Stone tonight, I'm Ken Harrelson, as we get set to bring you the first of this 3-game series. As you know, the Sox had the off day yesterday, but prior to that, in that 3-game set against the Tigers, we took 2 out of 3. The last one being on Alejandro Diaz's 2-run homer. We won that game 2-1. So the Sox come in just 3 games back of the Tigers, and tonight, Gavin Floyd on the bump.
Well, I'll tell you what, Gavin has had a great couple starts since the All-Star break. 1-0 this year against the Red Sox, 5-0 over his last 5 appearances, so we're hoping he can stay strong against them Carmines.
And on the other side of that page, it'll be the knuckleballing right-hander Tim Wakefield. So sit back, relax, and strap it down. White Sox baseball coming your way.
White Sox baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois. 75 years being right here in Illinois means no one's closer to your wellness. Experience wellness everywhere. Subway. Every day at Subway, choose from many delicious regular foot-long subs for just $5. Subway. Eat fresh. Honda. Visit your local Honda dealer today or go to shophonda.com and find great values on a new Honda. AT&T Uverse. Find out more of what's possible at att.com. AT&T. Rethink possible. And by United. Proud to fly the Chicago White Sox.
and only from Comcast. Don't miss the action. Call 1-800-XFINITY today. And right now, let's check out Terry Francona's starting lineup for the Boston Red Sox. It'll be Ellsbury, Pedroia, Ortiz. In Euclid, cleanup hitter, Reddick, Crawford, Saltalamacchia, Drew Sutton, and Marco Scutaro. And let's check out our degree defensive setup for our Sox. Pierre, De Aza, Quentin. Around the horn, Vizquel, Ramirez, Beckham, Canerco, and the battery of A.J. Pierzynski and Gavin Floyd. And here's our Lexus pursuing perfection starting pitcher. It is the 28-year-old right-hander, 6'6", 240 pounds, Gavin Floyd. Gavin, as Mike Huff told you in the opening, he is 1-0 this year and 5-0 lifetime against these Carmines. Mike sitting in for Steve Stone, who had a personal problem to resolve. But right here, we are just about ready for baseball, as the Red Sox come in at 64-39, 2.5 games in front of the Yankees. And of course, after this 3-game set, we've got the Yankees for 4 games: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And Mike, welcome, buddy.
Great to see you again. Great to be back in the booth.
So here we go. Here's Ellsbury, and he has been red hot. He'll be hitting at .325, 17 homers and 62 knocked in. And the first pitch of the ball game is taken for a strike. Red Sox come in hitting at .281 as a team. They have a terrific offense. They have a 3.92 team ERA. Ate him up, jammed him, a little flare, shortstop, and that is out number 1.
Great way to start the day. Right on that outside corner, then busting them in inside. 1 up, 1 down.
This is the 4th meeting of the year between these two teams. In that 3-game series that we had at Fenway Park, we swept them. So here's another guy who's been red hot on a 25-game hitting streak. Dustin Pedroia hitting at .308, 15 homers and 54 knocked in. Dustin takes that fastball. He's one of the 2 or 3 best fastball hitters in this league.
Yeah, and he's the type of player that blue collar, puts his nose to the grindstone every day. Even on the other team, you kind of appreciate his effort every day in, every day out.
A little bitty thing. That's a strike on the corner, and the count 0-2. Also on his mantle, he's got a big trophy. It says MVP.
So all those kids out there, you know what? You don't have to be 6'4", 6'5" to wield a big stick and put some damage.
Chops that one down. And here at beautiful US Cellular Field, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straightaway center.
And a beautiful night for a game.
Not a cloud in the sky, and 78 degrees as we speak here at the old ballpark. And the 0-2 pitch. Lays off that curveball. No, that's one of the beautiful things about the game of baseball. They come in all sizes and shapes. Cooperstown is filled with little guys, big guys, lean guys, heavy-set guys. And there's a nice pick by Omar. And that's out number 2.
And in typical Omar fashion, taking a weird hop, making it look way too easy, and throwing the runner out by a half stride.
So here's Big Papi. David Ortiz. Ortiz hitting at .301, 20 homers. He's driven in 68.
As you were saying, very impressive numbers from these first 3 hitters, and love seeing Ortiz up there with no one on base.
They have the shift on for him. One that they employ for Adam Dunn. Beckham. Oh, about 25 feet back on the grass. Ate him up. Omar, nice inning for Floyd. Easy 1-2-3 after a happening of play. It's their guys nothing, and our guys coming to bat. first of this three-game set. It'll be Pierre, Vizquel, and Konerko. Then the middle three of Dunn, Quentin, and Pierzynski, and the lower third of Ramirez, Diaza, and Beckham. And our degree defensive setup, Crawford for the Red Sox, Ellsbury, Reddick in the outfield, Sutton, Scudero, Pedroia, Youkilis around the horn, and Saltalamacchia. And in a couple of days, soon to be 45 years old, the pitcher Tim Wakefield. He is going for his 200th victory. He is our Lexus Pursuing Perfection starting pitcher. And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours. As first pitch, knuckleball strike to Juan Pierre. Sox come in hitting at 251, 30 points lower than Boston. But we have a 3.66 team ERA. And the count very quickly, 0-2. Sox at 23 and 26 here at home. As he just did get a piece of it.
I am sure all the Sox hitters weren't too pleased with those first two called strikes. The first one looked a little bit on the upper part of the zone, last one at the very bottom, and that makes Juan have to swing at something maybe a little bit out of the zone. You're never comfortable with a knuckleballer, but when he starts getting some calls up as well as having a good biting one hitting the bottom of the strike zone, it's going to be a long day from a lot of hitters.
How'd you hit knuckleballer?
I didn't. I tried to push a bunt, do little things, and just waited for the one that was up in the zone and flat as possible.
That one bounces back to the screen. Omar comes in at 271. He's 21 for 59 lifetime off of Wakefield. And as much as I really, really like Tim Wakefield, he is just a wonderful guy. Timmy, you got to get your 200 somewhere else.
Not here, exactly. Now, how would you attack a knuckleballer? You face some really good ones in your day.
That's popped up out behind second base. Pedroia says he'll take it, and that's out number 2. Well, with the exception of Hoyt Wilhelm, who I went 1 for 6 years off of. 1 hit in 6 years off him. I hit the other guys okay. I tried to hit those knuckleballers into right center, so you'd stay on it and wouldn't pull off. As here's Konerko. Paulie at 308, 24 homers and 74 driven in. And Paulie 9 for 36 lifetime off Wakefield with a couple of homers. And that is just foul. Wakefield in his career 199 up, 175 down. He started 1 game against us in Boston this year. Lifetime he is 7-12 against our Sox with a 4.97 team ERA. But he has been so valuable to that organization. Being a starting pitcher, a long reliever, a setup guy, a closer. I mean, anything they wanted him to do. Plus, he just has absolutely eaten many innings for him.
That's exactly right.
And there's a strike, and the count 1-2.
I'm sure every manager in the major leagues would love a 4th or 5th starter that can throw the number of innings that he can, giving that bullpen a rest when sometimes those 4 and 5s wear your bullpens out.
Well, a knuckleballer is a bullpen saver. That's outside. We had one Charlie Hager who's now with the Dodgers. And to this day, I still don't understand why. As there, Paulie jammed himself, and this is going to be a quick 1-2-3 inning for Wakefield. After 1, no score. alerts. Text CSN Sox to 29653 for breaking White Sox news, scores, insider reports, and more. Be the first to know when the Sox make a move. Text CSN Sox to 29653 right now. Kevin Youkilis will lead it off here in the second inning. Youkilis comes in hitting at 276, 14 homers, 72 knocked in. Adrian Gonzalez was in the original lineup. They scratched him due to a stiff neck. And Mike, that's good news for us.
And I think we need to do whatever we can to keep that neck stiff just for about 48 more hours.
Well, all Gonzalez was doing was hitting 352 with 17 homers and 87 knocked in.
Oh, just a tremendous ball player. There he is. I'm sure he'll get a couple rounds of treatment tonight to try to loosen that thing up.
Well, I've talked to some scouts. There's the strike. And I've had a couple of scouts, long-time scouts, great scouts, tell me that they got some pretty good hitters in the National League. Namely Pujols. They said Gonzalez was the best hitter in the National League. One coming on. Yes.
Gavin, a great job of getting into someone's kitchen again. Youkilis, as strong as he is, was able to get that one out to left field, and great jump by Juan and making sure of the catch.
So here's Josh Reddick. And swinging that bat, hitting 345, 4 homers, 21 knocked in, out of Savannah, Georgia. Born there and now resides in Guyton, just outside of Savannah. Takes first pitch strike. Well, personally, you were mentioning the strike zone. Bob Drake behind the plate. I love guys who call strikes. I love it. And as a player, former player yourself, Mike, as long as you know that, it doesn't bother you.
Oh, not at all. You're going up there with the right frame of mind, saying anything close, I'm looking for my pitch. And it doesn't have to be in the inner third, inner half. I'm just going to get the pitch I want and go hacking.
I personally wish that more umpires had Bob Drake's strike zone. A lot more. He gone.
And that was pretty textbook. Nice to see Gavin have command of his pitches the way he's shown it so far in his first 2 innings. When you can snap off a curve when you're playing with that outside corner the way he's been doing it so far, don't change a thing.
So here's Carl Crawford. Crawford at 247, 6 homers. He's driven in 36. Marlo Hale and Terry Francona. As the count moves to 2-0. And there's the strike. Changeup.
Nice job just doing something a little bit different. And anytime you can have confidence in your second or third pitch and throw it for strikes, you're going to keep that other team off balance a bunch.
And the count 3-1. You don't want to walk this guy.
Yep.
Boston, normally in the past, not a running team at all. This year they have 69 stolen bases in 95 attempts. And the count goes full. Carl grounds out to Paulie, who'll take it himself. So 6 up, 6 down for Floyd. game live only on CSNChicago.com. Brought to you by The Great Escape. Adam Dunn will stand in against Tim Wakefield. Johnny Danks, Jake Peavy. Johnny Danks picking up that victory. Really pitched well. 10 strikeouts against the Tigers. And that was just in 6 innings. Adam at 163, 10 homers, 38 knocked in. He is 1 for 5 lifetime off Wakefield. And that 1 hit left the ballpark. Tim will throw some home runs. He's thrown 15 this year.
Well, when he gets behind, he's got to flatten out just to try to throw a strike. That's where hitters sometimes get much more aggressive.
And you can hang a knuckleball just like you can hang a curve.
I'm sure there's times they come out just spinning a little bit, not being as flat and jumpy as they normally are.
2-2 the count. A lot of Red Sox fans in attendance. As always, they probably travel better than any other team. One down. So with 1 out, let's check out our picks to click tonight. Jim Angio, our director and crew, went with Juan Pierre. And Mike, Huff, and Steve, they're going to go with Omar Vizquel. And J.J. Shearer and his son Tim, Ed Fernandez, all the great folks at Ditka's and also Lost Dunes. We're going to go with Gordon Beckham. As here's Quentin. First pitch strike. Quentin at 262, 20 homers and 62 knocked in.
Well, and as you were talking about earlier, Carlos, 417 against Tim. 5 for 12. Hopefully he has a little bit more magic left in that bat tonight. Swung and missed that one.
If you try to get a little greedy against knuckleballers, they're probably going to get you.
Well, and to that point, I'm sure if you're patient as well, didn't you find in your time that most of the time they would give you one to swing at? You just had to be ready for it?
You're going to get a good pitch to hit. You're going to get a good knuckleball to hit. You might not get it in that one at bat.
Right.
But over the course of the game, you're going to get a good pitch to hit. And probably more than that. In your career, how many times did you go to the plate and never get a good pitch to hit in that at bat?
Oh, I would say
not many.
Not many. I was going to say rarely.
Yeah.
There was always one, and if you were ready for it, put a good swing on it, you had a chance.
Slowly hit, Sutton. Well, Scudero, I should say. So 2 down.
How about yourself on that?
I could probably count them on both fingers. Yep. On both hands. 10 fingers. I bet you 10 times in my career or less that I went to the plate that I didn't get something to hit.
Yep.
So here's AJ. The one that always stands out in my mind was 1968 when Denny McClain won 31 games. He was going for his 25th against us at Fenway Park. Bases loaded. Nobody out. He struck out Yastrzemski on 4 high fastballs. He struck out Dalton Jones on 3 fastballs up. So I'm looking for the fastball. I go up here, he throws me 3 sliders on the black. I grab some bench. Never even move the bat.
Yeah, that's just not fair.
1-2 the count. AJ hitting at 284. 4 homers. He's driven in 31.
Good pass on that one. The at-bat before, the swing before, again, just seemed to pull out a little bit. But like you're talking about, if you have that mindset of going up the middle, opposite power field, left center or right center, depending on right or left, you're going to give yourself a chance to get a hit.
And snabbed by Wakefield. So that is 6 up, 6 down for Tim. So we're into the third. Needed for this gentleman sitting in between Mike Huff and myself. He's the head football coach at Northwestern, and you've got two of your biggest fans right on each end of you right here.
I appreciate it.
We're bookending you.
Well, I'll tell you what, Hawk, I've listened to you for a number of years as an Orland Park guy, and it's great to be with you. And I have a Wildcat here.
Yes.
He might start singing a fight song, so you better look out, Hawk.
How you going to be this year?
Well, we've got our most experienced team coming back since I've been the head coach. We've got 55 returning lettermen, 21 seniors. 16 starters and a punter and all of our kick return games. So we've got a lot coming back. We just got to get better in camp. It's just, we're about ready to go to our spring training, two-a-days here, and it's critically important that we get better and improve.
I just hope the weather cools off for them just a little bit.
Well,
that pitch is fouled, and that's going to be in the seat souvenir by Salta Lamacchia.
Well, with the safety, at an all-time high now, you kind of want it a little warm, but then you got to make sure you tailor-make your practices for that. And, we're going to play some warm games down there in early September, and you got to be prepared for it, and your body's got to be used to it.
Boy, and all the things I ever did, I'll tell you, the toughest thing with those two-a-days.
Yeah, we've got some coaches that have been doing this for a while, and they remember back when you went back to back to back to back to back two-a-days. Now you have to go a two-a-day, a one-a-day, a two-a-day, a one-a-day, so it's really changed.
When I went to military school in Savannah, Benedictine Military Academy, and we had our spring training over Paris Island.
Okay.
And we had to scrimmage against, so back in those days, service football and baseball were really big.
Amazing.
I mean, it was big deal. And when they'd bring out a line, it averaged about 260.
Wow, unbelievable.
We were in high school. We got our butts kicked so bad.
Made you tougher, though. Made you what you became.
It did, yeah.
That's what's so great about sport.
And how about the fact that when we all played football, water breaks? No, that wasn't happening.
Didn't they used to give out salt tablets? That's at least what my father tells me.
I used to take about 40 a day.
Wow. We've come a long way, thank goodness.
Yeah. I mean, they had big jars of them over there. You go over there and you just eat them, 30 or 40 a day. But, safety, as it should be, is certainly at an all-time high.
No question. And Governor Quinn yesterday signed into law a concussion law here in the state of Illinois that are going to protect all of our athletes. And, it's not just about now and what they're experiencing, but what it's going to be like when they become adults.
Well, when I was playing way back when in the 50s, we were fortunate we had some good teams, but these kids today are so much better. I mean, there just seems like each and every year it gets better and better and better, the talent.
Absolutely, and you look at going into the middle school age, a lot of kids are specializing in sports now. And so when they get to the high school level, they've pretty much maxed out at what they're going to be. I played 3 sports down in Orland Park, at Carl Sandburg, and we look for those kids in recruiting now because they're not at their ceiling. They're going to continue to improve in those next 4 or 5 years while they're in college.
Well, from what I saw, great recruiting class you had coming in, good group of freshmen.
We hope so. We're going to find out here in a couple of weeks, but reports are we had 13 of the 17 on campus for summer school, and a great group academically. It's 3.5 average GPA and an unbelievable score on the boards. We're proud of them, but now we've got to get them better and get them to understand what it means to be a college football player.
Well, that to me is that ball's hit hard. Get foul. It won't. It is 1-0 on the home run by Saltalamacchia. That's his 9th. So the first base runner of the game touches them all here in the top of the 3rd inning.
As you can see, Jared really worked the count. As you've talked about countless times, Hawk, the more pitches you see as a hitter fouling them off, the more comfortable you can get and time your swing with the pitchers.
Well, it's just a matter of math. You do the math. The more pitches you see, the more dangerous you become. And he can't continue to make good pitch after good pitch. And these kids today, they're better than we were, I'll tell you. They fight pitches off that I'd be grabbing some bench on. I mean, they're fouling them off until all of a sudden he makes a mistake and then boom.
It's just what we saw, unfortunately.
But that's one thing that I love about Northwestern. And we have seen so much of it lately, and for the last, when I say lately, I'm talking about especially in the last decade. Mm-hmm. You're taking kids who get their work done at academics.
Well, we're proud of them.
Sure.
Somebody back home instilled in them the value of an education and doing things the right way, and that's the fit for us, and those are the kind of young men that we look to go out and sign. And we're going to start and end our recruiting here in Chicagoland. We're Chicago's Big Ten team, and with that being said, we want every kid to stay here that's in Chicago and enjoy it and be able to come down to the cell on a Friday night, which I know some of our players are here. They texted me when I threw out my first pitch. So it's a great sports town.
Well, I tell you, in basketball, any sport, this would be one of the breeding grounds of talent.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Hawk, I think more kids today are understanding that no matter what happens to them athletically, they're going to rely upon that education a lot longer. And it's like here in the majors. At some point, baseball is going to be over. At some point, football is over. It's not like golf where you can go play on the senior tour.
That's it. So at least you threw a strike on the first pitch.
With a nice little movement for the lefty. I tell you what, we talked about the fact that when you're coming off that mound, be prepared, and great little cut fastball there. First strike, it was so appropriate that it was lefty thrown to a lefty.
Oh, gosh.
Did Burley give you any pointers before he got up there?
I just gave him the, I pitched a little bit at Sandberg.
That is popped up. Short. Here comes, watch out! And the ball is dropped. So that will be Sutton on first base.
Well, and that's a tough play for all three outfielders. But I tell you what, as an outfielder, when you're coming in and you can see the numbers of your infielder, he has his back turned to you. If he's got his hand out, you have to trust that he's underneath it. If their bodies are turned and they're moving on an angle, it's your ball. But once they square up, you got to trust he's going to cover it.
It's easy to sit up here and watch a play like that and critique it. But if you get that jockstrap on, it's a little bit different story.
And I believe we've got a new center fielder out there too, don't we? So we got a little chemistry out there that needs to develop.
Exactly right.
In my game, he's the quarterback right out there, and he's got to take charge, and he'll learn, and they'll get that chemistry down and know when they say whatever word they've got it, and away we go.
It's tough for a rookie coming in, especially in the pennant race like we're in right now. You got a veteran left fielder, a veteran shortstop to take charge. It really is tough, but he's got to do it.
That's why he's here.
That's exactly right.
That's why Kenny and Ozzie have him here, and it's a little baptism under fire.
Scudero, as that ball is hit and run was on. Scudero was just a Sox killer in his past. He comes in hitting at .258, 5 homers, 17. But he's always played well against us. He's 7 for 12 lifetime off Gavin.
That's a cool 583
Pat, I tell you what,
average.
we want to thank you for stopping by. Anytime, buddy. Anytime.
Well, I appreciate it,
I
Hawk.
have become a huge Cat fan.
Well, hopefully after we win the World Series, you come up and see us play, my friend. And go Sox and go Cats. I appreciate it, Hawk.
There you go. All right.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
Oh, my gosh. Great seeing you again.
Go Cats.
The outstanding head football coach at Northwestern, Pat Fitzgerald. The only thing, I can see why now, because he's left-handed.
Well, what you need to do is you need to hear him. Now, I can't believe any parent, when he gets into a living room, would say no.
I can't either. No, that's quite engaging right there. And there's a one-hopper. Omar. And they turn it. Good job by Beckham. So 2 out.
Yeah, Omar giving Beckham a little bit of props there. That wasn't one of Omar's better feeds. He does a great job of getting rid of it quick. A little bit low. Gordon, great job staying in there, knowing he's going to get taken out, putting enough on the throw to get Scudero at first. We got 2.
So here's the top of the order now. Jacoby Ellsbury, but no, Pat Fitzgerald's one of the top coaches in the country, bar none.
Well, I like hearing you say that because everyone can call me a homer being an alum, but appreciate it, and I do not disagree in any way, shape, or form.
He's done an unbelievable job. He and Jim Phillips.
Yep.
In the baseball program, the basketball program, everything is going up.
Women's lacrosse, 6 out of the last 7 years, national champs. Had 5 in a row before they lost in the finals 2 years ago, and last year they won it again.
Oh, and 2 the count. Ellsbury, who popped up to Alexei. This young man right here is just a ton of talent.
I was going to say, nice ball player. Plays the game hard, like we talked about. A lot of these guys now, even though Pedroia might be a little bit younger than some of them, I think they're all feeding off of his energy and his work ethic these days.
Down ball right side. But the home run by Jared Saltalamacchia will go to the bottom of the 3rd. It is 1-0 Carmines. One nothing Boston here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Wakefield has retired the first 6 he's seen. It'll be Ramirez, Diaza, and Beckham. Alexei hitting at .269, 9 homers, 42 driven in, 2 for 12 lifetime off Wakefield.
Now, Alexei is one that's typically up in the box. Do you think that could be a benefit?
There's been so many ways, you know, there for a long time, it seemed like everybody tried to get up in the box to get it before the big break.
The big break? Yeah, the big
But,
jump.
you know, I talked with Phil Necro about that. And I faced Nuxie before he had the knuckleball. And that's the reason he had to come up with a knuckleball, because he didn't have a whole bunch. Now he's in Cooperstown. As that's popped up. And I asked Nuxie, I said, who are the hitters that you least like to face? You know, I said, it's the guys who move up in the box, back in the box. He said, no, it's the guys who stand right on top of the plate. He said those were the guys that gave him the most problem.
Start to get uncomfortable knowing he can't have it jumping in any direction. It's got to go out or else he's hitting them.
And he just can't freewheel it.
Yep.
And there are a lot of right-handed pitchers that do not like to face right-handed hitters standing right on top of the plate because they can't freewheel that curveball.
Diaz tried to lean into one right there.
What a debut. His first Major League homer. And that is into left field in his first at bat of the season in a Sox uniform. And that two-run homer won a ball game for us 2-1 against Detroit.
A very tough pitcher, Scherzer, and gave us the series victory, which was critical, having dropped a heartbreaker to Verlander.
Well, all he was doing down at Charlotte was hitting .322, 9 homers, 37 knocked in, with 29 doubles, 5 triples, and 22 stolen bases.
Boy, and he can run them down in the outfield, too.
First pitch, strike to Gordon. Gordon at .249, 7 homers, 30 knocked in. That one dances away, and the count 1-1. And that hit him. So the first Sox base runner, White Sox base runner. And a reminder, BP is giving the first 20,000 fans at each home game this season a BP game card. The sweepstakes on the back of the card to win an autographed White Sox bat and a $500 BP gift card. So 1 on, 2 out, and here's Juan Pierre. Juan struck out. Outfield bunch just a bit straight up as there's first pitch strike. Detroit leading the Angels 6-2, bottom of the 6th at Comerica Park. Kansas City leading Cleveland 8-0. Game in the bottom of the 3rd at Progressive Field.
I like the sound of that. You talked about before the game, before we came on here, the fact that when you're in 3rd, sometimes it gets frustrating because you got to look up at 2 teams. Let's get by Cleveland, and then we can really set our sights.
Well, it's like I've been saying the whole time, and people asking me about the race, the whole thing. I don't worry about Detroit, and I don't worry about Cleveland. The only team I worry about are the White Sox. And when we play like we're right where we should be in the standing. Yep. I mean, you know, we have not played well enough to be in first place. The funny thing about it, Mike, is being a former player and following the Sox every day like you do, we don't have to play great.
No.
We don't have to play real good. The only thing we got to do is play normal.
Just to our abilities. No one has to have a career year.
No.
Just play to your averages, the arms we've got, the bats we've got.
And that's why it's been so frustrating for our fans. That's why it's been so frustrating for the players. That's why it's been so frustrating for the broadcasters and the media, everybody. I mean, this has been, without question, the most frustrated I've ever been in a season.
Lots of questions from family, friends, lots of questions from out at the academy. Just saying, are there things they can do? Trust me, they're trying. They're trying a lot of different things.
As Juan strikes out again. So we're into the 4th. It is 1-0 Boston. Open 1 a.m. or later. It'll be Pedroia, Ortiz, and Euclid here in the top of the fourth. 1-2-0 for their guys. No runs, no hits for our guys. Pedroia hit a ground ball to the hole. Took a funny hop, but Omar handled it and threw him out.
As Omar has done over his entire career, taking those bad hops and making them look easy.
First ballot Hall of Fame.
Oh, definitely.
Our 44-year-old phenom. What a player. Here's the 2-0. Watch out. No walks. Pedroia on a 25-game hit streak. He is 21 for 24 in stolen bases.
And that is not sneaking up on people anymore. You may not look like a base stealer, but after about the 10th, 15th stolen base with those percentages, everyone knows he's running. Or knows he's capable of running.
And joining me tonight, former Sox outfielder Mike Huff, graduate of Northwestern, sitting in for Steve Stone. He had a personal matter to deal with. And there's another two-hopper. So one out.
Great job of coming back, getting down 3-0, making them swing the bat. Just enough movement, good spot on that 3-1. Justin rolling over it, and Omar taking care of him for the second time tonight. As we talked about in the first inning, like seeing this guy come up with nobody on base.
Well, he killed us when he was with Minnesota. And there's a bullet. That's just a definite hang whooping. You could have hung out all the drawers in Cook County on that line drive.
I thought Gordon was going to jump up and catch it. And then Carlos had to go all the way back to the warning track. But
I know one thing. When I read that Minnesota had let him go, I was ecstatic. I could not believe it. And then he goes over to Boston, and look what he's done for those Red Sox. So here's Euclid. He went out to Pierre and left. Takes first pitch strike. He and Manny Ramirez formed there for a few years. The best 1-2 punch I've ever seen.
Oh, left, right, you're going to get hurt either way.
And I've seen some good ones in 52 years. Mantle and Maris. A lot of good ones. Those two guys right there, that was the best I have ever seen. I'm talking about the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning.
Oh, yes.
Too.
In their prime, it takes me back to when I was here with the Sox in those early 90s. I guarantee in 93, Ventura, Frank coming up, if we were down by less than 3, we felt like we had a chance to win the game.
That was a good one. That was a good one, too. Not like those two.
Not quite like those two. No.
Ramirez.
20, 30, 40 home runs is a little bit different than what those guys did. And you are going to have a great day on Sunday for Frank Thomas.
Yes. I was just getting ready to say, Big Frank going to be honored. There's a chopper down to Omar. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Gavin Floyd. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th, trailing 1-0. in the bottom of the fourth. It's a 1-0 Boston lead. A home run by Jared Saltalamacchia, his 9th of the season. And it was not a cheapie.
Not a cheapie, and a great at-bat. Saw 9-10 pitches, fouled off a couple of real good ones from Gavin, and as we talked about earlier, unfortunately was able to square one up.
Those good hitters do it. Well, not that Jared is outstanding. He's going to get better. He's still very young yet. He's just 26 years old. But what good hitters, you take a guy like Frank Thomas. Frank, first of all, was 203-1 more than anybody in the league. Then, when he got a good pitcher out there, he was able to fight off pitches, foul him off to the right side, foul him off to the right side. And then all of a sudden, the guy makes a mistake, and boom. Frank, the greatest White Sox hitter in franchise history. And again, getting back to that, on Sunday at 12:30 on the left field concourse, he's going to be honored with a statue out there. And Bob Grimm telling me it was just fantastic. Sculpture, the statue. So there it is, all crated up, ready for the unveiling. So make your plans to come on out to honor the greatest hitter in White Sox franchise history. What a hitter. 2-time MVP. Should have been 3-time MVP.
Should have been 3-time. Thinking of Oakland, the steroids, Jason Giambi.
Well, at least Jason manned up.
Yes. Too many haven't, unfortunately.
As that's into center field.
Well hit.
Up Paulie.
Yeah, well hit, but Tim's not going to throw it hard enough for someone like Omar to take it out and center. 66? No, you need something 96 to square up to get it out, not just deep center field.
Paulie jammed himself back in the first inning and popped up to Euclid. First of 3 against these Red Sox, and then the Yankees. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday come to town for that 4-game series. So make your plans to be with us here at USA LaField. And Sox,
it's right there for them. I mean, they have done a great job against above 500 teams this year, and I think it's going to show Kenny and all of themselves where they stand in relation to the rest of the season.
It's certainly a position for Kenny, McCann, coaches, Ozzie. Decisions have to be made. And today in this marketplace, when you're talking about decisions having to be made, you're talking about millions and millions of dollars. As that one dances away, and the count 3-0.
A little bit different than when I played, and I know a lot different than when you played. I'm sure decisions were always important when you're talking about personnel and changing up the makeup of a team, but like you said, there is so much money on the line these days if you make a bad decision.
Well, you know, as there's a strike, if you make a couple of bad signs, so to speak, you can set your organization back a decade.
Well, a team on the north side's having a little bit of that trouble right now.
You know, the guy in Toronto, he made 2 deals, and this is what's staggering. As there's another strike, the count goes full. He made 2 deals. Leo Stutz and Vernon Wells to the Angels. He got rid of over $200 million.
Yeah, mind-boggling.
$200 million. As he rings him up. On a bad pitch.
You talk about how tough it is on a hitter to hit a knuckleballer. Well, you forget sometimes that guy behind the plate has a tough time as well. Look at Saltalamacchia turning his head, reaching inside. As you saw with our strike zone put up there, clearly it was ball 4.
And Adam hits that one foul. Trading 2 players, getting rid of over $200 million. Yeah, all the decisions in the past, though, have been difficult for that time frame, for that culture.
Yep. Even today, it's so important to have a team atmosphere in a clubhouse. Rarely do you just have a bunch of salaries winning a World Series. So changing out any players can be tough because you can break up the chemistry of a team, and you never know if it's going to get better or worse.
Anybody that says they can put together a team full of chemistry, they're bragging.
Very
they're bragging.
true.
There's nobody that's smart.
Well, and that's where the advanced scouts, all of the people in a baseball organization really have to be on their toes to find out what the makeup is like. Maybe even talk to people in the minor leagues as kids were coming up. Do they feel entitled, or were they working hard when they were a prospect?
Well, every team is different. There's like a fingerprint. Personally, I love, there was an article by Kenny, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, maybe a month, I don't know, about getting Chicago tough. Is that ball into right field? So Adams going to pull up. Reddick makes a perfect peg. Wow. Now a single by Dunn. That's you can cancel a post-game show. That's our first hit.
Adam doing a great job keeping that front shoulder in. Not trying to do too much. He's a big, strong kid. He knows it's going to go. Got the barrel on it. Drove it into that corner. As you said, Reddick, great job. Bounces off. Perfect one hopper to second. Adam did a good job putting on the brakes halfway to second and getting back to first.
He wouldn't have had a prayer.
Nope.
So here's Quinton. He grounded softly to Scooteroo at short. Takes first pitch strike.
Here's a guy that can put a jolt in one and give us a lead with one swing of the bat.
Pops up. Pedroia. And it'll retire the side. We got our first hit. We strand one, but we trail 1-0. Under texture, you could win $5 footlong subs from Subway. Top of the 5th inning. Josh Reddick, Carl Crawford, Jared Saltalamacchia. Reddick struck out on a curveball his first trip. Talking about that Subway. Boy, I tell you what, I had one today. Flatbread. First time I tried flatbread. Second time I tried it. Outstanding.
Was it?
And that cold cut combo on flatbread, and it was just absolutely delicious. Pretty good pitch, didn't get it. Strike on Konerko.
Unfortunately.
And that's popped up. Stay in here. Coming back. It will. 1 down. And a reminder, join the Chi Sox mobile group by texting VIP to 244-769. 244-769 for a chance to win 1 night stay at a downtown hotel, transportation to the game, 2 United Scout seat tickets, and a $200 gift card to a terrific place right across the street, Cardi at the park.
Oh my gosh, what a great new place.
Yeah. Crawford fouls that back. He grounded out softly to Canerco.
I tell you what, the White Sox continue to find ways to improve the experience for families, for people. That Bacardi in the park is incredible pre or post game.
Open at 11 a.m. on every Sox home game.
I came down once, did not even go to the game. Watched it from over there with all those multiple flat screens up and down that column.
I think they've got over 70.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Also a reminder, every White Sox Friday home game is United Flyaway Friday. Each Friday home game, one lucky fan will have the chance to win 2 free round-trip tickets to anywhere in the continental United States that United Airlines flies. United proud and fly the Chicago White Sox. We're happy to be with them. Line drive, short hop, 2 down.
Wrong guy to hit it to. Again, just Omar making a tough play look easy. He's able to relax his body, just field it nice and smooth, and as always, just throws you out by a step or 2.
Well, there's nobody on our team who has more fun on a baseball field than Omar Vizquel. He's 44 years old. He has more fun. It's unbelievable. I watch him every day. He is so fun to watch in batting practice, taking ground balls.
Appreciative of the gift he's got and not afraid to share it. I've seen him out there with Alexi, with Gordon, talking game situations, footwork. Just another coach on the field for Ozzie.
Breaking ball down and into Salto Lamacchia.
It's got to be wonderful for the kids coming up when you got a Joey Cora, an Ozzie Guillen, and an Omar Vizquel that you can all pick their brains and learn from.
He gone. 1-2-3 inning. We're halfway home, trailing 1-0. And we are so happy to announce the birth of a new Sox fan from one of our terrific producers And there it is. Congrats to Nicole and Mike. Born at 6:34 this evening. Emerson Brielle Leary, 7 pounds, 12. That's a big girl. 20.5 inches, and everybody's doing fine. Congratulations, Nicole and Mike.
Wonderful, wonderful news.
Yes, it is. I don't think I've ever seen a guy who was so excited for so long about that's off the end of the bat into right field. So AJ is 0 for 2. And I don't think I've ever seen that excited about the birth of his child for so long as Mike lived. So here's Alexei. He went out to center field. Ball one. And a reminder, visit the official online shop of the White Sox. Browse the largest selection of official gear, including the latest apparel, nostalgic memorabilia, and authentic classics for the whole family. So get your gear from the official source. Shop at whitesox.com. 2-0 the count. Kansas City leading Cleveland 10-0, bottom of the 7th in Ohio. And the count 3-1.
Here's the time where you got to start, like you said, opening up that zone, get ready to swing, and if it's up, let her go.
And there's ball 4. So the first walk issued by Wakefield. And here's Diaza. Alejandro went out to left field. Tigers leading the Angels 8-2, bottom of the 7th in Detroit. Pitch high, called a strike.
Alejandro trying to get up on that plate, probably trying to get that barrel out and pull one through that hole.
Checks it up, and very quickly the count 0-2. Well, you just hit it just a moment ago when you said if it's up, get after it.
Yep.
Because if it starts from your waist down, you're not going to hit it.
No, it's going to be dancing, and you don't know in which direction it's going to dance. Down and in, straight down, or down and out.
Alexei just 4 for 6 in stolen bases.
This is where Alexei really has to have a good secondary lead, a couple good shuffles, and if one bounces a little bit, get on your horse. You may not. The way Tim slides so quickly with the pitch, even though he throws it only 65, 70 miles an hour in the way it dances, don't worry so much about stealing if you're not a base stealer, but get a good secondary lead so if he does bounce one, you can get to second.
Outfield, that equidistance, straight up and spread out. Beckham on deck. There he goes. And there's a nice play by Youkilis. Saves a 1st and 3rd situation. So it's up to Beckham to knock him in.
Good first baseman will always shuffle looking at home plate. Youkilis does a good job, smothers it, making sure it doesn't get through, knowing with a double play combination that there is no way Dustin is going to get behind him.
And here's the look. Well, he's been a good player for this club. Boy, when you can get a guy who can play the corners and doesn't affect his hitting, whether he plays first or third. And in an emergency, you can put him at short. Good range, good arm.
Something that's not going to hurt you, which every manager wants.
Well, the Red Sox are good. Very, very good club. That is high in the short left center field. Crawford is there. And that retires the side. We'll go to the sixth, still trailing 1-0. Sox pregame live as we take you live to Frank Thomas Sculpture Unveiling on this White Sox Red Sox Sunday at noon, only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. Drew Sutton takes ball one.
Sutton, the beneficiary of a well-placed fly ball. First at bat.
Yep. Three converging players. None of them again.
Pat Fitzgerald's nose, as he was in the booth here when that ball hit the ground, the importance of having a quarterback or a leader on the field. And unfortunately, our center fielder, the rookie out there, not quite comfortable enough taking charge and calling either short or left to take that play, because he was in the perfect position to see who had the best opportunity to catch it. Saw Ramirez with his back to the ball, and I'm sure over time Juan will hear him yelling, Alexei's got it, and to back off and
or whatever, as that's out of play. I've only seen a couple of rookies break in center field when they had veteran corner outfielders that just immediately took charge. One of them was Rick Mundy.
Fred Glenn.
But Rick Mundy was the first one.
Was he really?
Yeah. The 2-2. Close. So a full count to Sutton.
Great ball to strike ratio for Gavin tonight. Only 71 pitches to this point. Conserving it incredibly well. A lot of 1, 2, 3 innings, with the exception of one great battle against Altalamakia. Everyone else has come up and gone down.
There's 3 hits in this ball game. Unfortunately, one of theirs is he gone.
He better be. He wasn't going to hit that one anyways, but if he's going to call that inside pitch against us, he better call it against them. Gavin, a great little wrinkle just off the dish as you look at the pitch track there, but close enough that we got an equalizer maybe.
So here's Scudero into a nice 5-4-3 double play. When I say nice, beautiful job. Turned by Beckham. And that's chopped up the middle. Can he get him? No. Good effort.
Great effort by Gordon again, as he has done all year, flashing his leather. Tough ball, enough momentum that looked like it was center, stayed down, and a great strong throw just pulled Paulie up off the bag a little bit. Scudero again, as you talked about, somehow being a Sox killer, in over 500 lifetime against us, gets another base hit here.
So here's Ellsbury.
Gordon looked like you might have tweaked a little something there. Ground ball double play. Let's get back into the dugout and let him relax a little.
First pitch strike. And that's out of play. 0-2 the count. Ellsbury has popped to short.
Rounded to second in the second at bat. And again, Gavin doing a great job of getting in on these pitchers.
Bit of a gap out there in right center. One and two the count. Ellsbury coming in a .373 lifetime hitter against us. Tim Wakefield going for his 200th victory.
We showed Tito Francona a little while ago in there. There's Tim Wakefield going for his 200th. Tito was a manager in the White Sox organization when I was with the team here in those early 90s. Great man, great baseball family.
There he goes.
Picked the perfect pitch to run on. AJ does a great job of picking this out of the dirt, and a great throw to second, but curveball in the dirt. Good jump by Scudero. Odds are good. A little bit of a walking lead there too. Everything happened perfect for Scudero on that one. Guessed right, walking lead, got a ball that was slower in the dirt, even though a great throw by AJ.
That's their 70th stolen base.
As you talked about, not really the MO of the Red Sox to be stealing a bunch, but when you've got the players that can do it.
Well, between Ellsbury and Pedroia, they have 50 of the 70. Full count. Had him 0-2. And let him back into the at-bat. And that's ball 4. First walk issued by Gavin, and let's check out our AT&T trivia question and answer. Who was the last Red Sox player to win a batting title? Poof. Bill Mueller, 326 in 2003. So here's Pedroia twice. He has gone out to Omar at third. Justin with a 25-game hitting streak on the line.
Would love to see one more of those right here getting us out of the inning. Oh, that looked like a good one. That all-important first pitch. Tell you what, Rob Drake seems to be having a tough night behind the plate. A little inconsistent back there.
And there's a strike and a hey, White Sox happy birthday shout out. Karen Fletchall, 39 years old tomorrow and holding. Happy birthday, Karen.
Happy birthday.
Boy, you've had your hands full for a long time. Also for Fletchall. And there's a ground ball. Just get the one. Make sure you have a good throw. Because you're not going to turn it over with him.
Nope. Rolling over that good pitch. But no mustard on that ball. Like you said, Ellsbury's going to get into second quick. You got to make sure the first one. And then knowing that Ellsbury's got the good speed and more than likely going to be breaking up any type of easy turn, measure it and get a good, accurate throw, which Gordon does. And Paulie coming off the bag, knowing that there was going to be no chance.
So he's going to be going sometime and maybe have to get Euclid out. Beckham back on the grass. Because Ortiz is at the plate. He's 0 for 2 last time up. He just hit one of the hardest line drives we've seen hit all season long. Just a rocket to Quentin in right field. That's about as hard as Big Papi can hit it. And that pitch a little bit low, I guess.
Good movement. Good RBI hitter. When you were in that position, Hawk, were you just looking one pitch, one location, even if there was 2 outs, knowing he had an RBI?
Well, it's Gordon who was pitching, obviously, and in this case off Gavin. Off right-handers, I stood really close to the plate, probably closer than anybody ever. And I was dead red all the time. Dead red.
Up until 2 strikes. I was going to say up until 2 strikes.
No, even with 2 strikes off certain pitchers. I mean, if Gavin's got such a good curveball, if he gets it over, you're not going to do anything with it. Anyway.
Yeah, very true.
So 3-0 the count. I wouldn't throw him a cookie here.
No. You pitch Euclid tough tonight. Best to take your chances with him. Still go at him where you want to. Corners, off speed, if that's what the game plan is. But
Big Papi in that situation, especially if he likes the guy, he thinks he's on him, he'll even swing at a bad pitch to keep it.
Give himself a chance to swing again. He doesn't want to walk.
Nope.
He's not getting paid to walk to first. I would have been more than happy with the walk.
And Mike Huff sitting in for Steve Stone tonight. Mike, former outfield for the Sox. There you go. And it was academic. They were going around him anyway.
Yep.
So the second walk of the inning, and here comes Euclid, who has gone out to left and grounded to third.
This is where, as a pitcher, you really just need to bear down. You've given your team a great opportunity, only given up 3 hits all game. Granted, this is one of the Red Sox better hitters. You've pitched him tough, and obviously the all-important first pitch. Let's see what Gavin does here.
First pitch strike.
A little bit of a wrinkle, too. Wasn't going to give him a straight one.
A little slider, a little spinner.
Exactly. Just enough to take a hitter a little bit off stride if he's looking for that fastball.
Sacks packed with Carmines. And the count 0-2.
And good location on that. right on that inside corner. So even if he is looking dead red, all he's going to do is either jam himself or pull it foul. You can hear the Sox fans starting to get a little bit excited here, knowing how important this is with the bases loaded.
One of the big outs of the game. If it had been a little closer, he may have gone.
Yeah, good job by AJ. A little too far out of the zone.
Well, this will be the 90th pitch.
And really, as you're looking at it, the first inning that Gavin's been challenged, a couple of the pitches might have been on purpose, working around hitters.
Take him right here. You don't want to go full.
Now, very true.
Youkilis, 14 homers, 72 knocked in. He goes.
Yes, he is.
And that'll retire the side. They threaten, can't score. It is still a 1-0 Boston lead. Have to remember it to love it. Prices and participation may vary. For a limited time only. A la carte only. Top of the order for us here in the bottom of the 6th. Juan Pierre, who's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Very unusual for one. There's the bunt. That's a good bunt. Yes, it's a good bunt.
That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes best strategy is go to your strength. You're going to look for that pitch that's up in the zone because it's not going to be jumping as much. Much easier to bunt because he's only throwing 65, 70 miles an hour. Juan does a good job almost squaring around like a sacrifice. We won't look at that back foot. Might have been out of the batter's box, but long as it's fair, he's got a good shot. And he is safe at first.
So let's see what Omar can do here if he can get him over. 1-3-0 for their guys. 0-2-0 for our guys. Tigers now leading 9-2 over the Angels, bottom of the 8th. You can wrap that one up and send it to Cooperstown.
How's the Tribe? Are they still behind?
There's the bunt. And Youkilis will make it, so the sacrifice 3 unassisted. Kansas City leading Cleveland 12-0, bottom of the 6th at Progressive Field.
Omar doing a good job making sure that he brings Youkilis off, giving Juan a chance to get to second base. And now we've got the right guys at the plate with the man in scoring position.
Well, when Omar was playing every day, there wasn't a better bunter in baseball.
Oh, both ways, first and third, he could. It was money.
So Paulie has popped to first and struck out, called out on a bad pitch. And the ball gets away. So one in the third. Yes. Be a wild pitch. That's the 9th wild pitch.
Well, and Saltalamacchia, again, I'm not sure why he didn't try to backhand this. For Tim, that started outside and it kept going. Lucky for us, it got by him. And now we've got the right guy at third with the right guy at the plate. And they're bringing the infield in. That's a beautiful thing.
That'll get the job done. So Juan will tag. He will score. And this game is tied at 1 on the sacrifice fly by Konerko. That's his 75th RBI.
As we've talked about it all night, what you want to do with the knuckleballer is try to get that ball starting up in the zone because that's going to be a little bit flatter. Now, Paulie jams himself a little bit, but hits it deep enough that Carl has to go sideways instead of being able to get behind it and come in toward the infield. Juan making sure of the catch and sliding just to be extra safe.
I love the bunt.
Underutilized in the American League, but definitely an incredible asset.
Big hat by Adam, who was 1 for 2, a single back in the 4th inning.
Wakefield looked like he knew he was going to get hit hard if he made contact, was getting out of the way. Ain't going to swing late. I'm getting off the mound because it's going up the middle or the right, somewhere hard.
And the count 1-2.
Adam got him with 2 strikes last at bat. Let's see if he can do it again.
A 1-1 tie here in the bottom of the 6th inning in the first of this 3-game set. Has hit softly. Scudero's got him, but the bunt single, the sacrifice bunt, sacrifice fly. We'll go to the 7th, tied at 1. 2 pitchers in Red Sox history with 2,000 strikeouts as a member of the Red Sox. He and Roger Clemens, the Rocky. It's the 7th inning here at beautiful U.S. Cellular Field before 27,513. It'll be Reddick, Crawford, and Saltalamacchia. Starts him off with a changeup outside.
Reddick 0 for 2 tonight. Strikeout. Hopped up to Omar.
And the count 2-0. There's a good strike.
Good spot, good location.
Alzado, and the count 2-2. You can organize a group outing of 20 or more during the season. Purchase a block of tickets or enhance your outing with one of 6 great party areas. Call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com, and that is the Bertucci Boys. That's the domain of the Bertucci Boys.
Always fun, always good out there.
Bertucci Boys are great. There. He gone. Hook. What got him his first at bat.
Gavin for the 3 strikes, fastball, slider, and then came back with a hook. Started low part of the zone, but with 2 strikes, most hitters have to expand that strike zone. Good bite still here in the 7th inning. Sit down.
Grab some bench. Young hitters have to learn how to do that. That's into left center field. Off the bat of Crawford. He is now 0 for 3. So 2 out. And let's check out our Xfinity high-speed action replay. And this is how the Red Sox got their run. Leading off the 3rd inning, Jared Saltalamacchia just ripped it out of here. He's a big man. Our Xfinity high-speed action replay.
3rd major league team for Jared. Started with the Braves, went to Texas.
He's still just 26 years old.
A lot of potential. A lot of raw talent and definitely some strength, as we just saw in the 3rd inning there.
And that is slam foul left side. Well, Oman.
With Gavin just hitting the 100 mark. Clearly Ozzie 1-1 ball game, making sure he's got someone ready just in case.
Tried to backdoor him and he missed. There's a broken bat. And it's foul. Thank you very much. Just foul. And a reminder, the White Sox Volunteer Corps All-Star Awards ceremony on August 30th is presented by State Farm Insurance. The people at State Farm. So take us call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com.
Gavin doing a good job working in and out. That was real close to being trouble.
Curveball.
Might have gotten a little lucky with that. That looked a little up in the zone, a little too much plate, but we're still at 2-2 with 2 outs.
Yeah, that's one of the few bad ones he's thrown there.
Yes.
He gone. Couple of strikeouts. He now has 6. 7th inning stretch, tied at 1. Brzezinski and Ramirez to face Tim Wakefield, going for his 200th victory.
A true pitching duel, and Carlos, you see 0 for 2. I'm sure going into this game, Wakefield sporting a 5.15 ERA. Sure, most of the guys were thinking, let's just be patient, look for that one up, and he's clearly given up some runs other places. Hopefully he'll give up a bunch here.
He's got almost a 5 lifetime ERA against him. Actually, we have had good success against Tim. Checks it up, and the count's 3-0.
And that was a great job of checking that one up from Carlos. 2-0, you could tell he was getting a little more aggressive, and Tim did a good job of starting that in the zone and then dropping it out.
Takes that one at 73.
Blistering, I'm
That's
sure,
a blazer for him
after the 60-mile-an-hour changeups and knuckleballs.
That one is 74. And a reminder, provide your guests with the ultimate baseball experience in the LG Skyline Club or United Scout Seats or Gold Coast Ticket Club or Diamond Suites. Premium seating areas offer exclusive amenities and benefits. So for information, call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com/premium seating. Payoff pitch. And that's ball 4. The dreaded leadoff walk. And let's watch AJ from the AT&T UVerse Multiview. And make your plans to be with us tomorrow evening. Philip Humber against John Lester. And there will be fireworks. There's fireworks tonight. There will be fireworks tomorrow.
And great fireworks shows here at the ballpark.
First pitch strike. You know what's going through AJ's mind. Why don't you give that same pitch to my pitcher? That ball hit deep into right center field.
It's got a chance.
Stretch,
Yep.
you can. Put it on the board. Yes. Yes. A two-run blast by A.J. And the Sox lead it 3-1. Mercy.
And that is a beautiful swing. Not trying to do too much. Waiting for that knuckleball to get up in the zone and not dance the way the lower ones are. A.J. puts a great swing. And here it is, the Ford replay on that home run. Just like Adam Dunk, dropped the barrel of the bat right on it. Stayed right down through it, and we will see you.
Number 5 for A.J. Wow. That's nice. And the count 0-2. And, of course, with that home run by Pierzynski, the Alex Nellius family will donate $100 to White Sox charities for every Sox homer hit throughout the course of the season. That is number 98, so $9,800 donated by Alex Nellius in loving memory of Ursula. And that one fouled back.
And there are no outs, so there is no reason to stop. Be satisfied with 2. Let's just keep putting a few more up there.
The dreaded leadoff walk. Lead off. And that one danced back. Fifth strikeout for Wakefield. So here's Diaz. He has gone out to left. And then Youkilis didn't rob him, but made a real good play on him back in the 5th inning. Takes a strike.
Well, it definitely saved a chance for us to get a runner at third with less than 2 outs.
Right. And the count 0-2. That's a fair ball. Took a tough hop. You stayed with it.
Great play by Youkilis there. You're not really expecting it. He got in front of it nicely like every good professional, but that took a bad hop. He was ready for it. Got his glove up. And
he's got good hands. And a reminder, Thursday, August 4th, first 20,000 adults ages 21 and over will receive a beer vendor bobblehead presented by Miller Lite. For tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or visit whitesox.com. First pitch strike to Gordon. Gordon was hit by a pitch, just nipped, and went out to left. Oh, 0-2 the count.
And that was the one that he wanted. Just got a little bit too big. Again, with knuckleballers, as we talked about, up the middle, the other way, keep it short.
Ball hit hard. Pedroia sucks it up, throws him out. But the leadoff walk, the 2-run homer by Pierzynski, will go to the 8th leading 3-1. right here. Coming in for Gavin Floyd, it'll be Matt Thornton. Matt making his 39th appearance. Comes in 0-4 with a 3.38. So we got a pinch hitter for Sutton as that ball is taken. Darnell McDonald. Orteca Navarro.
Well, it was the bottom of the order that was hurting us earlier, Hawk. The only 3 hits coming from Saltalamacchia, Sutton, Scutero, so getting at least one of those guys out, not a bad thing.
Another terrific effort by Gavin Floyd. Boy, he has been pitching his behind off. And the time that everybody has. We've been getting just terrific pitching. With the pitching we've been getting, we should have a 10-game lead.
No
Meanwhile,
argument here.
We don't.
No argument here. You think about 17 of his last 19, 2 walks or less, another 2, only 2 walks tonight. Always going to give your team a chance when you're doing that.
This starting pitching we've had in the bullpen. If you get pitching like that, you got to win. Here we are scuffling. 3-3-0 for us, 1-3-0 for them. There's a soft line drive. 1 out. And right now let's check out our upcoming schedule. There you see 2 more with the Carmines, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for the Yankees before hitting the road to go take on the Twins at Target Field. And then we go 4 to Baltimore. 3 in Minnesota and 4 in Baltimore. Our Felco upcoming schedule. Scutero. 1 for 2, an infield single. Scutero came in at. Can't get that one. Came in at 376 lifetime hitter against us. 3 homers and 15 RBIs. And he is, those 15 RBIs, few of them have beaten us. Amazing. He gone. That didn't take long.
Great job by Matt mixing in an off-speed pitch in the middle of the at bat, bringing it in early, and then painting that outside corner. Matt starting to find that rhythm, looking much more comfortable in that setup role again. Hopefully find that magic that he had last year.
And the year before.
And the year before.
So here's Ellsbury. Takes first pitch strike. Jacoby has popped to short, grounded to second, and walked.
I'm sure for a lefty, seeing a lefty throw in the upper 90s has to be a little bit daunting.
Nice inning from Matt. Quick 1, 2, 3. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th with a 2-run lead. Central coming up tonight after post-game live. Bears players and coaches report to Barbonnet. And the latest in the American and National League pennant races. So join Pat Boyle and Gail Fisher. Pat Boyle and Gail Fisher for GMC Sportsnet Central tonight at post-game live. Only on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. Yamaiko Navarro remains in the ball game at third base. Alfredo Aceves. Aceves making his 30th appearance. 26 in relief. Coming in 6-1 with a 3.28 ERA.
Holding opponents to a .215 batting average, 41 strikeouts, 26 walks. Those are good numbers.
That'll work.
That'll work.
The Juan Pierre will lead it off. Come on, boys. Get one or two more.
Don't be afraid. One more crooked number up there would be nice. Any crooked number.
3-3-0 for us. 1-3-0 for them.
It was exciting having Fitzgerald up here earlier from the Cats.
You were reading my mind. I've been between innings. I was thinking the same thing. Boy, what a coach. That's the situation right there with Northwestern. They ought to take Fitzgerald and Phillips and those coaches and say, fellas, we want you here for a long time. A long time. Here it is. That ball hit hard. Reddick is there. That's a hang with him. Now 1 for 4. But that was a nice bunt single leading off the 6th, and he came around to score. Fraser and Santos.
A Chicago boy coming home. Always nice to see.
Yeah, it is.
Have another Northwestern alum that's leaving the city. Sarah and Kip Kirkpatrick, basketball player, heading out to Michigan. Saving a company out there. We'll hope to get them back soon.
First pitch strike. It's Omar. 0 for 2 with a bunt single.
Great sacrifice bunt. Great bat control. Up get Juan over to second. And has made everything look too effortless in the infield tonight.
Greatest keystone combination I have ever seen. Omar Vizquel and Roberto Alomar.
Robbie Alomar.
Unbelievable. Well, what a joy it was to watch those guys, except when they played against us. He did go, says Alan Porter. Alan Porter, one of the young rising umpires. Every time we have had him, he has done a heck of a job.
And the best compliment is you don't know he's out there.
You don't know he's out there.
Exactly. Quietly does his job as a professional.
Davis strikes him out. 2 down. That'll bring up Konerko.
I was fortunate to end my career the last 3 years up in Toronto. Had the pleasure of playing with guys like Paul Molitor, great professionals, and watching Robbie Alomar for 3 years just was remarkable.
Well, Robbie Alomar, people talk about second baseman. He's one of the greatest players to ever play the game. Period. Players.
Yes. Switch hit. Do I need a home run? Do I need a double? Do I need a stolen base?
Beat you any way you want to get beat.
Glove or bat.
Paulie 0 for 2 with a big sacrifice fly, knocking in our first run back in the 6th inning, picking up his 75th RBI. And a reminder, the Ryder Cup is coming to Chicago September 25th through the 30th, 2012 at Medina. Don't miss that. Be included in a random draw to purchase tickets and a chance to see Team USA versus Team Europe. Go to www.rydercup.com.
Have they asked you yet to be a part of the captain squad to help that team?
I got too bad a temper. 0-1 the count to Paulie. I had a long talk 2 years ago with Azinger, Paul.
Yep.
He was telling us when they won. I just don't understand why they didn't bring Ezinger back. I don't understand it. It's just I don't understand it. What a job he did. But he told some great stories about that. Talking about Anthony Kim and how just a tough guy he is.
Really?
He's from East LA.
Yep.
Is East
really?
LA.
Did not know that.
You better be tough. Ball did a fantastic job in that captaincy, bringing that cup back. Too many politics. Too many politics. The man's doing the job. As big as that event is, let him do the job.
Just let him run with it. No reason to change things when they ain't broke.
That's it. Outdone yourself. Here's the 2-1. And that's popped up. A 1-2-3 inning for a save as we'll go to the ninth, leading 3-1. Highlights and get analysis from our Chuck and Bill. Plus, get the latest on trades. We understand there was one tonight, and go live to Ozzie for his post-game remarks. You don't want to miss that. Don't miss Galaxy White Sox post-game live immediately following the game on Comcast Sportsnet, fans' best friend. And a pitching change coming on. Trying to nail it down for our Sox and Gavin Floyd. It'll be Sergio Santos. Sergio making his 43rd appearance. 21 saves. 3-3 with a 3.05. He's got his work cut out for him. He's got the heart of this order. He's got Pedroia leading off, Ortiz on deck, and Youkilis in the hole. 25-game hitting streak on the line, and it looks like that is history. One pitch and one out. Big out.
And as all these pitchers are taught by Don Cooper, let's pound that strike zone. First pitch, third pitch, critical. Let's get ahead. Sergio, no fear coming right at him. We got one pitch and we got one out. Let's hope the next two are as easy.
So here's Ortiz. He is popped up to third and lined hard. And when I say hard, it was a screaming Mamie line drive to Quentin. Then he walked. They went around it. Takes first pitch strike. They get the shift on. Once again, a reminder, tomorrow night, Philip Humber against John Lester. make your plans to be with us here at US Cellular Field. If you can't, that game will be over WGN. Sunday afternoon, Mark Burley against Andrew Miller. And that game right back here on Comcast Sportsnet. And that's top foul over into the Red Sox dugout. So very quickly, 0-2 the count.
And two outstanding pitches. Outside corner, inside corner. I know you don't necessarily want to get low and in for those big power lefties, but Sergio did a good job on that one.
If you got it where you got that one, you can pitch them there all day. If they hit it hard, it's foul.
Clear out their own dugout.
And the count 1-2. Three 3-0 for us, 1-3-0 for them. I'll tell you what the pitching's been like tonight. Yes, he did.
Oh, check it. Yes. Oh.
Allen. He didn't go, I don't think. Just stay on the side. Good call. He did not go.
Nope.
And a full count. Going to walk in. No walks. See how far you can hit it.
Yep. And you wanted that there, 2-2. Good idea by Sergio. I'm sure you wish that was a little bit higher.
And the payoff. Ground ball right to Omar. 2 down.
Great job by Sergio not giving in here after working it all the way back to a full count. Even with the shift, good hard fastball on that outside part of the plate. Omar just having a great night in the field, making it look easy.
So here is Youkilis. He has gone out to left, grounded to third, and struck out. Takes first pitch, strike. 27,513, and most of them on their feet, especially in the lower bowl.
Probably looking forward to seeing that great fireworks show. We'll have some fireworks after we get this out.
And that's out of play right side.
Carlos coming hard, but out of play, about 4 or 5 rows back.
Mike Huff sitting in for Steve Stone. Steve had a personal matter he had to attend to. Steve, we're thinking about you, buddy.
Yes, we are.
And the 0-2 pitch.
I think he choked that one off a little bit. What do you think?
Yep. Better than hanging it.
Much better than hanging it. Youkilis, a very dangerous hitter. Reddick having a great season, hitting over 300, over 340.
Out around that one. So the count hangs at a ball and 2 strikes. Santos needs one more out. Nail it down for Gavin Floyd, who will go 9-9. Tim Wakefield going for his 200th victory tonight. Is a pitcher of record for Boston. And he just did get a piece of it. Youkilis. He will compete. He'll give you a lot of good at bats. He doesn't give them away. Two and 2 the count.
one of the more unique batting stances. The way he keeps his hands separate and apart as he's just getting ready for the load. But once that front foot hits the ground, his hands are together in a good hitting launch position.
Cooperstown's full of guys with unique batting stances. The 2-2. This ball game is over. So another outstanding performance by Gavin Floyd, as Floyd, Thornton, and Santos shut down a powerful Red Sox offense in taking the first of this 3-game series. As we check out a little bit of the work of Gavin Floyd.
6 strikeouts, 2 walks, another great performance.
Gavin has come up big when we certainly needed him. And it doesn't surprise anybody. That's the best part about it. It doesn't surprise anybody, most importantly, Gavin himself. So the Sox now 4-0 this year against the Red Sox. We swept them in that series at Fenway Park. Just 6 hits in this ball game, Mike. And Mike, first of all, did a heck of a job, buddy. Glad to have you. Thanks for filling in for Stone Pony.
Not a problem.
Gavin and our pitching has just been outstanding. So the Sox now are 552-52, remain 3 games back of the Tigers, who just thumped the Angels tonight 12-2. Porcello over Chatwood. Kansas City beat Cleveland 12-0. That was Francis over Carrasco. So we're having our GMC player of the game come out. And right now, let's go down to field level.
Sarah Cusack here in front of the White Sox dugout with A.J. Pierzynski. A.J., your 2-run home run put your team up for good. You guys didn't have the easiest time hitting Wakefield. How'd you get to him in that 7th inning?
He was really good tonight. That's the best knuckleball I've seen from him in a long, long time. And luckily for us, JP got on. We scored a run. Gavin matched him pitch for pitch, and he made one mistake to me, and I hit it, and it went out of the park. And other than that, it was real fast, well-played game, and with great pitching.
You mentioned Gavin gives up just 1 run tonight, but 3-0 since the All-Star break. He's been fantastic. What have you seen out of him on the mound?
He's made some minor adjustments. We've talked to him about being super aggressive, especially early in the count. And that's what he has done when he's been successful, and he's throwing strikes, especially with his fastball. And he's missing in, he's backing guys off the plate, and he's able to throw his other pitches for strikes. He's as good as anybody.
Powerful Boston team, but you guys have beaten them in 7 straight games, 11 of the 12 meetings. Now AJ's calling me out. Why have you had their number lately?
I don't know. It just seems like every time we play them, it's a really good game. And they pitch well, we pitch well, and we pitch really good against their lineup. And they have one of the best lineups you've ever seen. So we've made pitches when we had to. We've made some great defensive plays, and we've got some timely hits. And for some reason right now, we've been able to find it. Hopefully it'll continue for the next couple days.
AJ already told me to be quick because it's fireworks night. So one more round of applause for AJ Pierzynski. Thanks, AJ.
Thanks, Sarah.
All right, Sarah. Nice job. And right now, let's check out our GMC player of the game. Indeed, it is A.J. Pierzynski, cranking out that 2-run homer, his 5th of the season, our GMC player of the game. So for my partner, once again, thanks for coming up, Michael, and sitting in for Steve Stone. Michael Huff, our director, Jim Angio, our producer, John Walgren, our associate producer, Dave Ross, our technical manager, Mark Harper, the executive producer, Jim Corno Jr., also for the mayor, Mean Joe Groove, and our newest White Sox fan, Emerson Brielle Leary. And Nicole and Mike, also up here in the booth. Lynn Griffiths, Frank D'Amato, Frank Leone. This is the Hawk. So long, everybody.